Seeds sprouted? Here's what you must do next. Your seeds just sprouted, and you're already losing them. Not slowly, right now. In the next 48 hours, while you think everything is fine, your seedlings are entering the most dangerous window of their entire life. Here's the fact that should stop you cold. Most gardeners lose their plants, not from disease, not from pests, but from what they do wrong in the first 48 hours after germination. Stay here, seed by seed, step by step. By the end, your plants survive when everyone else's don't. Part 1. The trap. Most gardeners think the hard part is getting seeds to sprout. It's not. The hard part starts the second you see those first green shoots. Day 3, seedlings look perfect. Green, upright. You feel confident. Day 5, they're leaning, stretching, stems thin as thread. Day 7, they collapse overnight. That's not bad luck. That's a predictable, silent failure already in motion. Here's what's happening right now inside that seed. Before it sprouted, it had its own energy reserve, just enough to break through the soil. That reserve is almost gone. From this second forward, your plant depends completely on you. Every decision in the next 72 hours either builds a strong plant or destroys it before it ever had a chance. This is where most seedlings die. Not from disease, not from pests, from 48 hours handled wrong. Part 2. 2 worlds. Stop. Before anything, these 10 seeds split into 2 completely different worlds. World 1. Jar sprouts. Broccoli, radish, clover, fenugreek, sunflower, lentils, quinoa, mustard. A jar on your counter. No soil. You eat them directly. World 2. Garden seedlings. Tomatoes, peppers, basil, lettuce, seed trays. Soil. Destined for containers or garden beds. Same word sprouted. Completely different rules. Treat them the same, you lose both. Part 3. Jar sprouts. The core rules. Look at your sprouting jar right now. See those tiny white tails pushing out? That's your starting gun. Here's what happens next. Rule 1. Rinse. 2 to 3 times daily. No exceptions. Morning, evening, once during the day. Rinse, drain, tilt the jar at an angle. Let every drop of excess water run completely out. Moisture grows, sprouts. Standing water kills them. That one skipped drain rots an entire jar overnight. Now here's what's going to panic you and why you must not react. You'll see thick, white, fuzzy strands coating the roots. Your first thought, mold. It's not. Those are root hairs. The roots searching for water. The second you rinse, they flatten and vanish. Every single time. Your real mold test? Use your nose. Fresh sprouts smell clean, earthy, alive, sour, musty, rotten. That's your warning. Never the white fuzz. One more rule most people ignore. Keep jars in a shaded corner for the first 3 days. Then windowsill for the final 2. That last burst of light turns sprouts deep green, activates chlorophyll. In winter, with no natural light, 20 minutes under a grow light. Same result. Part 4. The king of all sprouts. Out of all 10 seeds, one of them doesn't belong in the same conversation as the others. Broccoli sprouts. Here's the number that should genuinely disturb you. Broccoli is already one of the healthiest vegetables on earth. But broccoli sprouts contain up to 400 times more sulforaphane than fully grown broccoli. 400 times more. In a jar, in 5 days, on your countertop. And here's the shock claim most people never hear. A single daily serving of broccoli sprouts delivers more anti-inflammatory, anti-cancer sulforaphane than eating broccoli every day for a month. Research links sulforaphane to reduced inflammation, cancer protection, heart health, and blood sugar regulation. And the most concentrated source in the world grows in a mason jar in less than a week. Soak 4 to 6 hours. Rinse twice daily. Windowsill on day 4. Green-tipped leaves on day 5 ready. Slightly spicy. Nutritionally, nothing else on this list is in the same league. If you only ever grow one sprout, make it this one. Part 5. Every seed. Fast. 1 rule per seed. The rule that matters most. Let's move. Radish. 4 to 6 hour soak. Ready in 4 to 5 days. Bold and peppery. Almost impossible to fail. Start here if you're nervous. Clover and fenugreek. Grow together. Cheapest seeds. Most forgiving. 4 to 5 days. Try them on pizza. The heat wilts them slightly, and the flavor hits in a way you won't expect. Try it once. You'll keep doing it. Sunflower sprouts. Most people fail right here. Best tasting sprout on this list: rich, nutty, slightly sweet, but the most unforgiving. One broken seed introduces mold risk to the entire jar. Whole seeds only. When sprouting begins, the coating peels and they feel slimy. Remove those loose hulls every rinse. Imagine looking at a jar of brown streaked, slimy feeling sprouts and thinking they're ruined. Most people throw them away at exactly this moment. Don't. Completely normal. Still perfect. Ready in 5 to 7 days. Lentils. One rule: whole lentils only. Split lentils will not sprout. Organic only non-organic lentils are often irradiated and germination collapses completely. Soak overnight. Ready in 3 to 4 days. Sprouting increases protein absorption by up to 23%. Best raw protein addition you can make to any meal. Quinoa. Fastest on the list. 2 to 3 days. And here's where most people ruin them. They wait too long. Don't wait for green leaves. Don't wait for long tails. Tiny white thread barely emerging that's ready. Eat within 24 to 48 hours. Miss the window and the jar is gone. Mustard seeds. Most unpredictable seed on this list. Not sprouting? Reduce soak time. 4 hours, maximum too long. A soak actually blocks germination in mustard. Shorter soak. Retry. Don't let one failed jar stop you. Now here's where real damage happens. Garden seedlings. The first 7 days after sprouting. The highest seedling death zone in all of home gardening, and the plants look completely healthy right up until the moment they're gone. Part 6. The 7-day danger zone. Problem escalation plus visual imagination plus emotional intensity. The first 7 days after your seedling sprout decide everything. Here's how it goes for most gardeners. They see those first green shoots. Leave the humidity dome on. Set the tray on a windowsill. Water from the top. Days 1 through 3, everything looks fine. Day 5. Imagine looking at your tray and seeing every seedling twice as tall as it should be. Stems like wet thread. Leaning hard toward the window. Pale. Fragile. One gentle touch and they bend straight to the soil. Day 7 collapsed. Finished. Here's the brutal fact. Once a seedling becomes leggy, tall, stretched, thin-stemmed, it never fully recovers. That weakness is permanent. The plant carries it into your containers. All season long. Look at your seedlings right now. Leaning toward the light, stems thinner than they should be. You're already inside this problem. The next 4 fixes stop it. Part 7. The 4 fixes. Fix 1. Remove the humidity dome immediately. Mistake. Leaving it on after germination. Consequence. Mold. Damping off disease. A rot that cuts seedlings at the soil line overnight, and weak, floppy stems. Fix. Dome off the moment most seeds have sprouted. Fresh air in. Now. Fix 2. The window is lying to you. Here's the contrast. Seedlings by a window. Tall, leaning, pale, thin-stemmed, permanently weak. Seedlings under a grow light. Short, compact, dark green, thick-stemmed, strong. One thing separates them: light intensity. Seedlings stretch because they're desperately searching for energy. A window doesn't give them enough. A grow light 2 to 3 inches above the tray, running 14 to 16 hours a day, ends the search. The energy is right there. No reason to stretch. Grow short, grow strong. Most people never make this change. Those are the people losing their plants. Fix 3. Turn the heat mat off. Warmth triggers germination. Warmth after germination triggers fast, weak, leggy growth, exactly what you don't want. Off the moment, seeds sprout. Temperature down to 60 to 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Cooler conditions build thicker stems and deeper roots. You don't want fast seedlings. You want strong ones. Fix 4. Stop watering from the top. Mistake. Pouring water directly onto seedlings. Consequence. Knocked over plants, compacted soil, disease splash, shallow roots. Fix. Bottom water only. Water into the tray underneath. Sit 10 to 15 minutes. Roots chase moisture downward, deeper roots before transplanting. Drain every drop of excess. Soggy soil is as lethal as no water at all. Part 8. 2 secrets most gardeners never find. Here's what professional growers do with basil and lettuce that almost no home gardener ever tries. Look at your basil or lettuce tray. 2, 3, 4 seedlings crammed into the same cell. Most people thin them, snip the weak ones, keep one. That works. But you're discarding free plants. Separate and multiply instead. Dunk the root ball in water. Shake soil off gently. Tease seedlings apart, hold by the leaves, never the stem. A torn leaf heals. A crushed stem ends that plant permanently. One crowded cell of basil becomes 20, sometimes 50 individual plants. Free. from one tray. And the step almost nobody does. A small oscillating fan near your seedlings. Gentle breeze only, not direct, just moving the air. Outdoors wind is constant. Plants build thicker stems in response to it. Indoors zero wind, zero resistance, zero stem strength. A small fan running a few hours daily produces noticeably thicker, stronger stems before your seedlings ever reach the garden. Emotional reinforcement. Every plant you've ever lost after sprouting it wasn't fate. It was fixable. You just didn't have this information yet. Now you do. And that changes everything from this point forward. Ending. Get these steps right, and your plants will be stronger than most gardeners ever grow from seed. But the next mistake? It happens the moment you try to move these seedlings outside. One skipped step, and your plants shock, stall for 2 weeks, and never hit their potential. That's the next video. Watch it before you transplant a single seedling.